I'm going to show you my email design process, how I mock it up in Canva, and then export the images that I need out of that and then set it up in my email platform. This is my mock-up design inside Canva. So once I'm happy with the layout of the email as a whole, I will need to recreate this inside my email platform. And to do that, I need to understand what are my images and what are my native elements. So the top of this email is all going to be native, a native heading, a native text, and a native CTA. None of this is images. If we scroll down to the middle of the email, I'm going to have another native heading, and then this whole section here is going to be an image, which I'm going to break into two inside my email platform, and I'll show you that in a second. The bottom of the email is also going to be native. I'm not going to export these out as images. Now I take that mock-up and I start setting this all up inside Klaviyo, and that's the email marketing platform that I use. Personally, I think it's really important to stick with a template for your brand so that you don't have to recreate all of this every single time you design an email. First, I have my header here, which will be on every single email. I'll then be falling into my native elements. So when I double click on that, you can see that I can actually type this into my email platform. This means that it's native. I also have a native CTA. You know it's native because on the left-hand side here, I can input any type of wording and the link addresses as well. So it's not an image. The midsection, I have another native heading here, and then I fall into two images. And I'm exporting those images out of Canva. You can do it two ways, but I like to create a specific document size. For example, this is inside my Canva account. You can see that I have different size images for different sections of different emails. So I'll get the exact size that I need. I'm always going 900 wide if it's going to be full screen. Then I'll export that out as a PNG. Because Klaviyo now have an option to break my images inside the platform, this is where I do a lot of the breaking. And there's no point in me having this as a whole image if I have the chance to break it up, just because it's going to load quicker. You can see here on the left-hand side, when I select crop, that I can then move this around depending on what I want to show. The bottom of the email, I've used all native elements. And what I've done here is put in text blocks inside a column layout where I can then design the square, change the outline, and also add in native words. And as always, finishing my email with a CTA. Templates is absolutely going to save your life, but knowing how to customize those templates for your brand is what's the most important. And that's what I teach inside the email design toolkit.